Hey everybody, Joel Pal Brian Hunt. Welcome to another episode of 60 Seconds of Risk. In today's episode, I thought I'd do another book review, and I'm going to talk about one of my favorite authors in a recent book he just published. That is Tom Barnett and his book, America's New Map. Now, I kind of learned about Tom Barnett about 15 years ago, 20 years ago. It was one night, I was on a Saturday night at home watching the C-SPAN. I know I'm crazy. And came across Tom Barnett doing this amazing presentation to the War College in Quantico. And I just was flabbergasted. It was just how he did his talks, his presentation, the way he was thinking. It was just really mesmerizing. And since that time, years ago, he's written a couple books, which I picked up. Pentagon's New Map is one of them as well. Great author. Been kind of off this radar for the past 5-7 years, but then all of a sudden he came back out with his new book, America's New Map. And if you're interested in geopolitical risk, but also how things intertwine and how one sort of daisy chain impacts the other, I'd highly recommend you get this book. He's an extremely thought-provoking thinker, very much sort of thinking, trying the long-term trends. And part of this map and the part of his book, his argument is that the world is sort of breaking down from a globalization into sectors. And if you want to think about it, how he describes it, you're going to see areas of influence with the Americas, Europe, Africa, and then Asia. And with that, America sort of, as it kind of seems to distancing itself from international affairs, and that might be part of a longer term trend. But also what Tom Barnett talks about, there are factors that are going to be changing, influence our economy and our country. Think about it this way. Climate change is pushing a lot of people north from South America or Central America because you're seeing it going on in Panama, the droughts, the crops are devastated. If you're subsistence living farming, you can't feed yourself or your family. So there's a lot of people coming north to try to find jobs and sort of escape the problems that's going to be happening now and going into the future in climate change. And also with that, there you talk about the demographic changes in this country, where back in, say, early 1900s, the country was predominantly 90% white and the rest 10% minority. Go forward to 2030, you're going to see that with the white population is actually the minority. Things are changing, and change causes a lot of fear, which I think we're seeing right now in the current political environment. But change is coming. And so the question is, Tom Barnett talks about in this book, is what are we going to do to try to address it? And I think one of the things he's very thought-provoking is that think about the United States. 50 stars, which represents one star for every country, state. We haven't added a state in forever. I mean, actually, think about it. You go back and look at Arizona, one of the last states we added. But since that time, you talk about the European Union has expanded and is continuing to expand. Other areas are getting more tighter knit and establishing greater, stronger economic ties. But the United States hasn't been doing that. And so if we're going to compete with influences of Europe and Asia, with the emergence of China and India and the European Union, how are we going to attract people who want to buy into our way of thinking and doing things from a political economic standpoint versus a China model or a European Union model? And I think one of the things Tom Barnett talks about is the United States needs to expand and add more states. And now we've talked for years about Puerto Rico being a state. What about the District of Columbia? And you think about where this trend is, are there other countries south of us that could potentially be part of the United States, whether it be in the Caribbean? Obviously it's kind of crazy, but things change. And as we're seeing, the economic footprint, the world is changing. There's a lot of chaos going on. And so what are we as a country going to do to change or adapt to this new model? So really, again, I cannot think enough about Tom Barnett's book, America's New Map. I'd highly recommend it. If you also want to find out a little more about this book, you can go back to my playlist and look for the playlist for Risk On, Risk Off. And I actually did a long hour-and-a-half interview with Tom Barnett. You can watch that and digest that as well. So read the book, watch my video on YouTube. Like all things, guys, I hope you appreciate it. I hope you like this. If there's a certain topic or individual you'd like to see on this show, please post a note on LinkedIn or send me a message directly. You can also subscribe to this channel and find all these videos and prior videos on YouTube. You can also find the links to these videos on the website formerly known as Twitter, Substack, and Facebook. Until next time, guys.